of people say that Usyk wins thanks to his spirit. Did you feel it?
I didn't feel no spirit. I felt a little bit of Christmas spirit in there, and I think he got a little Christmas gift from them judges.
Not one round, look. How can that be? That's impossible. And the same with the other judge here. They give him 1 round at the last 6.
In a dramatic turn of events, Tyson Fury has reportedly filed an appeal against his controversial loss in the highly anticipated rematch with Oleksandr Usyk. The bout, which ended in a razor-thin decision favoring Usyk, has sparked heated debates among fans and pundits alike, with Fury and his turn the decision and restore his claim as the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
Do you think that's good? Truthfully?
I thought he was dead tonight. I thought you were going to get it, if I'm honest.
I swear to God, I thought I won it by 3 rounds. Plus the fight in front foot all night, I won.
Rematch between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk delivered drama, skill and controversy in equal measure. Held in the dazzling surroundings of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, the fight was billed as a historic clash for the ages, with the WBA, Super WBO, IBF and Ring Magazine heavyweight titles on the line, as well as Fury's WBC belt. This was a battle to determine the undisputed king of the heavyweight division. The anticipation was immense, fueled by the backstory of their first encounter earlier in the year, which Usyk narrowly won on points. Fury, a towering figure both literally and metaphorically, entered the ring determined to reclaim his titles and restore his pride. However, by the time the final bell rang, the judges had rendered their verdict, unanimously declaring Usyk the victor and leaving Fury visibly stunned and angry. The scorecards read 115-3, 116, 112 and 117-111, with Usyk's name announced as the winner, while many fans and analysts agreed that the Ukrainian had done enough to win. Tyson Fury immediately protested the decision, setting the stage for what would become one of the most contentious moments in recent boxing history. When questioned about the impact of his additional weight, Fury shifted to the experimental use of AI judges in the fight. Course Fury's traditionalist view on the sport and his preference for human elements in boxing.
What's next for me? I'm going home. I'm having some time off, for sure. You might do, you might not do, who knows? We'll talk about that next year.
Let him have a nice rest.
Yes, Tyson, this is short going section. The question is, what is the difference between the last fight after 3 months of private camp? What's the between the last one and this one, in your opinion? About everything, the moves, the fight, the rounds?
On the record, absolutely all. 2 losses. So yeah, not a lot.
In the aftermath of Tyson Fury's unanimous decision loss to Oleksandr Usyk, promoter Frank Warren expressed profound disagreement with the judges' scoring. All 3 judges scored about 116-112 in favor of Usyk, a verdict Warren found implausible. He was particularly astonished that one judge did not award Fury a single round in the latter half of the fight, while the other 2 judges each granted him only 1 round during that period. Warren described this scoring as impossible and nonsense, emphasizing his disbelief at the judges' failure to recognize what he perceived as Fury's dominance in the later rounds. Warren's reaction underscores the ongoing debates about judging standards in boxing, especially in high-stakes matches like Fury versus Usyk. His comments reflect a broader concern within the boxing community regarding the consistency and transparency of scoring in the sport leading up to the rematch against Oleksandr Usyk. Tyson Fury exuded confidence, proclaiming that he was in the best physical and mental condition of his career. Reflecting on his previous performance, Fury candidly admitted that he was not at his peak, stating, "I was 40% last time, but I'm 110% this time." This declaration underscored his determination to rectify any shortcomings and prove his dominance as the world's premier heavyweight boxer. Fury's self-assurance was evident as he boldly promised to knock Usyk out in the rematch, signaling his intent to leave no doubt about the result. Known for his larger
knock a motherfucker out. Okay. That's it, that's what me and Sugar's planning on. Get him out of there. I did everything great last time, didn't get it, it was a close fight. This time it's going to be a different fight. I'm going to be a different person, different fighter. 40%
last camp. Yeah. I heard that you didn't spar at all because you were worried about your cut. Was that true?
Not true. I did do some sparring, but not as much as I'd want to. But let's just say it there. Don't want to make any excuses, Michelle, but just let's say the real Tyson Fury will turn up on Saturday night. Mm-hmm.
Fury's reaction was swift and passionate as he vehemently declared his belief that he had been robbed. Speaking during the post-fight press conference, the British heavyweight did not mince his words, stating that the judges had gotten it wrong. Fury insisted that he had dominated large portions of the fight, landing more impactful punches and dictating the pace, especially in the middle rounds. He criticized the scoring, suggesting that external factors, including sympathy for Usyk's role as a symbol of Ukrainian resilience during the ongoing war in his homeland, might have swayed the judges' opinions. Fury's frustration was palpable as he called for reforms in boxing's judging system, labeling the result as a disgrace and announcing his intention to file a formal appeal. The decision to pursue an appeal adds another layer of intrigue to what has already been a storied rivalry between 2 of the sport's most accomplished fighters.
AJ's a big old boy and he does his basics all right, but he is a plodder, slow, methodical man with his hands up round his face, walking forward, and he gets deterred by a couple of jabs and a bit of head movement, and he pushed him all the way. It was a very close fight, that second one. On the night when I watched it, I'd had a few Peronis, yeah, and I didn't think it was that close, yeah? But when I watched it after getting the fight with Usyk, I watched it a few times, actually, it was very, very close. AJ let it give it away in the last few rounds, actually. From round 10 onwards, he lost that fight. When he lost it by 2 rounds, and I class AJ as a big old plodder, a slow plodder. I reckon I could beat him with one hand tied behind my back.
Rematch itself was a thrilling contest that showcased the contrasting styles of the two fighters. Usyk, known for his technical brilliance, speed and footwork, executed a game plan that emphasized precision and mobility. He used his jab, effectively creating angles and frustrating Fury's attempts to cut off the ring in the early rounds. Usyk's superior speed allowed him to land clean combinations while evading Fury's counters. As the fight progressed, Fury began to impose his size and strength advantage, leaning on Usyk during clinches and targeting the body with heavy punches. The middle round saw Fury enjoying more success as he appeared to slow Usyk down and land significant shots that drew roars from the crowd. However, Usyk rallied in the championship rounds, displaying remarkable stamina and landing key punches that cemented his control. While the fight was competitive throughout, Usyk's ability to dictate the terms of engagement and his consistency in the latter rounds ultimately convinced the judges to award him the victory. For Fury, the appeal process represents an opportunity to challenge what he perceives as an unjust decision in professional boxing. Disputing the outcome of a fight involves a formal process governed by the sport's sanctioning bodies. Fury's team will need to submit a detailed appeal to organizations such as the World Boxing Council and the World Boxing Association, outlining specific grounds for their objection. Common reasons for appeals include allegations of bias, judging, scoring errors, or procedural irregularities that may have influenced the outcome. Fury's camp is likely to focus on the scoring discrepancies, arguing that the judges failed to properly credit his aggression, power punches, and ability to control the fight's tempo in key moments. Additionally, Fury's legal team may call for an independent review of the scorecards and the fight footage to highlight perceived inconsistencies in the judging. While appeals in boxing are rare, they are not without precedent. The sport has witnessed several high-profile cases where controversial decisions have sparked calls for review and reform. One notable example is the first bout between Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield in 1999, which ended in a controversial draw. Despite Lewis appearing to dominate the fight, the outcry from fans and analysts led to an immediate rematch, although the original decision was upheld. Another famous case involved Timothy Bradley's split decision win over Manny Pacquiao in 2012, a result that was widely criticized and subjected to an investigation by the WBO. Although the decision was not overturned, the controversy surrounding the fight damaged its credibility. These examples highlight the challenges unless there is clear and compelling evidence of misconduct or error. Usyk, for his part, has remained composed and confident in the face of furious accusations. The Ukrainian champion, who now holds all 4 major heavyweight titles, expressed satisfaction with his performance and dismissed Fury's claims of bias. Speaking after the fight, Usyk dedicated his victory to his homeland, describing it as a triumph for the Ukraine. Execution were enough to secure the win. Usyk's focus now shifts to solidifying his legacy as one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. Having defeated Fury twice, he has little left to prove in the division. However, the possibility of a third fight looms large, particularly if Fury's appeal gains traction, or if the governing bodies mandate a trilogy to settle the controversy once and for all. The implications of Fury's appeal extend beyond the immediate aftermath of the rematch. The heavyweight division, already in a state of flux, faces further uncertainty as the appeal process unfolds. A potential third fight between Fury and Usyk would delay other marquee matchups, including a highly anticipated showdown between Fury and fellow British superstar Anthony Joshua. Joshua, fresh off a career-reviving victory over Deontay Wilder, has been vocal about his desire to face either Fury or Usyk. Appeal adds a layer of complexity to the division's landscape as the timeline for such a fight becomes increasingly uncertain. The controversy surrounding the rematch also raises broader questions about the state of judging and professional boxing. The sport has long grappled with issues of subjectivity and inconsistency in scoring, which often lead to contentious decisions and calls for reform. Under the current system, fights are scored using the 10-point must system, with each round judged independently based on factors such as a Fury's case. His team may argue that the judges overemphasized Usyk's volume, punching, and footwork, while undervaluing Fury's power punches and ability to control the pace. Calls for increased transparency in judging, such as the use of open scoring or standardized criteria, have gained traction in recent years, and the fallout from Fury versus Usyk 2 could add momentum to these.
I believe that I was the best I could have been. I don't think I could have done any better. Maybe if they'd have said to me, write you down in the last 2 rounds, I probably could have went out and tried to attack him and tried to get him out of there myself. But other than that, I've done the best I could, you know. He's a good fighter.
Just finish, please. Rematch, gentlemen. Thoughts?
Sorry?
Rematch, thoughts?
Yeah, you know, we just had a fight. if you can see my face, I'm pretty busted up, and he's gone to the hospital with a broken jaw, and he's busted too. So we punched fuck out of each other for 12 rounds there. So we're going to go home, eat some food, drink a few beers, spend some family time, walk my dog, go to the tip, and me and Frank will talk about what's going to happen in the future.
Scorecards were correct. Did you think the scorecards were correct?
I win. It's good. I'm not judges. I'm sportsman. I'm athlete. It's not my deal. I win. Thank you.